Hello everyone, we are from Group 8 that consists of Josie Madani and Putri Ramadhani. We want to present about language change. Please enjoy. Here is the content review. The first one is variation and change. Second one is how do language change spread. Third, studying language change. Fourth, reason behind language change. Language change. Language change over time. It is very easy to demonstrate to English speakers that languages change over time. At the point where English spelling became relatively fixed by printing, the printers recorded the pronunciations current at the time. In reality, it is not so much that language itself changed, as that speakers and writers change the way they use the language. Speaker innovation is a more accurate description than language change. Speakers innovate, sometimes spontaneously, but more often by imitating speakers from other communities. Variation and change. The cause behind language change is the variation of use in the areas of pronunciation and vocabulary. Language varies in three major ways, which are interestingly interrelated: over time, in physical space, and socially. Language change is variation over time, has its origins in spatial or regional and social variation. The source of change over time is always current variation. So, the regional and social variants described in the previous three chapters provide the basis for language change over time. Next is post-vocalic R for its spread and its status. The pronunciation of R in English-speaking communities provides a wealth of examples of the complexity of linguistic variation and language change, as well as the arbitrariness of the forms which happen to be standard in any community. While R less speech is the prestigious form which is still spreading in England. In some parts of America, it is the Rothic variety which is interesting. The spread of vernacular forms. Sometimes a vernacular feature in some communities as a reflection of ethnic or social identity, such as what happened in Martha's Vineyard Island. Labou's 1960 study showed when the island was invaded by summer tourists, the island community of fishermen changed their pronunciation of some word vowels to older forms from the past as a reaction to the language of tourists. How do language changes spread? First one is from group to group. The change spreads like waves in different directions, and social factors such as age, gender, status, and social group affect the rates and directions of change. Second is from style to style. The change spreads from one style to another, say from formal speech to more casual speech. Third one is from word to word. The change spreads from one word's vowel to another. Lexical diffusion is the sound changes spread through different words one by one.
Studying language change. Studying language change divided into two: apparent time studies of language change and studying language change in real time. Apparent time studies of language change. It is the study of comparing the speech of people from different age groups to find out the frequency of the increase and decrease of a form by age group. For example, younger speakers use more of the newer forms. And then the second, studying language change in real time. It is the study of observing the changes that occur over a period of time. This is a very reliable method because the researcher studies the language in community and then come back to it after several years to study it again and find out any changes. It is considering the social factors affecting the language use. Reasons behind language change. There are four reasons behind language change: social status, gender, interaction, and media. First, social status. People of higher social status in the community introduce changes from other communities which are considered prestigious, while lower class people spread less conscious linguistic. Next, gender. Differences in women's and men's speech are another sources of variation which can result in linguistic change. Sometimes, women are the innovators, leading a linguistic change, and sometimes it also can be men. Women tend to be associated with changes toward both prestige and vernacular norms, while men more often introduce vernacular changes. And the third, interaction. Interaction and contact between people are crucial in providing the channel from linguistic change, the social networks. Linguistic change in communities with little interaction with the outside world progress slowly, and the isolation causes linguistic conservatism. And the last, media. The influence of the media is also important reason. Some researchers believe that media has a great influence on people's patterns on new forms.
Well, it is the end of our presentation. If any comment, suggestion, or additional information, you can add in comment. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.